Welcome, everybody, to Dueling Aces for November 18, 2025. How you doing, Sam? How's it going?
Congratulations to Virginia Tech. I've been calling that for 2 months now.
Yeah, I believe so.
It was the best. It was the biggest. It was the best fit for him. Like, let's be real. He wasn't going to. You instantly eliminate him from the Florida job, the Arkansas job, and the LSU job for one big reason. He has already had to hear the criticisms of he can't beat Ohio State. You think he's going to go to the SEC?
No.
And deal with that crap? That's freaking evil. You think the Big Ten competition's bad? SEC ain't no joke. Last time I checked, but outside of that, we're doing pretty good. I'm happy for James Franklin. Good for Virginia Tech. They need a program rebuild. He's got some very strong ideas in that area. He rebuilt Vanderbilt all those years ago. He did a very good job at Penn State. I am not ignorant enough to discredit him for what he did for our program. So, of course, we're still waiting to see what the new head man at Penn State's going to be. They wanted to. Apparently, Pat Kraft wants it done by the end of November. I would like to inform him that he's got about 12 days. So, happy for Coach Franklin. Happy for Virginia Tech. And again, he's got very good recruiting ties to that area. So, I'm sure that the old Penn State versus Virginia Tech in terms of recruiting in that area should be fun. That should be something fun to watch over the next couple of years. But aside of that, we're doing pretty good. Eagles are 8-2. The whole city, all they want to talk about is the offense, and like it's something new. It's been the same story for 4 years now, but they're 8-2. The Phillies are, I guess they're looking to re-sign somebody. Don't know. Flyers are playing some good hockey. Sixers are playing some good basketball. Villanova's playing some good basketball to start the season off. And I'm watching a Ja Morantless Grizzlies team versus a Victor Wembanyama-less Spurs team. So if you see me dozing off, I'm sorry.
Well, I'll keep you entertained as much as possible. You know how that works. I received, or I should say, there was a little notification of MLB players rejecting qualifying offers already.
Which is never
If
surprising.
you saw this. But let's go. A couple of Phillies on this list.
Which, again, basically, listen, what a qualifying offer is basically every pending free agent gets one. And if that said free agent believes they're going to get something higher in market value, they're going to reject it, which Kyle Tucker is going to get way more than the qualifying offer for an AAV, as will Schwarber. Bichette, I think, will, giving his World Series performance. And also, when he is healthy, he is one of the better hitting middle infielders in baseball. Cease, of course, will get more, and so will Valdez, and so will Zach Gallen and Michael King because and Ranger Suarez because there's a premium for starting pitchers and they get paid in this league. Edwin Diaz is a very interesting one, so I can't wait to see how that turns out. But I believe there was only 4 players that took the qualifying offer. 4 players did accept the qualifying offer, which was Gleyber Torres with the Tigers, Shota Imanaga with the Cubs, and I forget Trent Grisham with the Yankees also took his. Let me see if I can find that 4th one because I know somebody else accepted it today.
Well, I'm very curious about where my dude's going because that the Mets did a one and done pretty much so far with Mr. Alonso.
It was Brandon Woodruff who was the other one for the Brewers. So him, Torres, Imanaga, and Trent Grisham all accepted the qualifying offer to return to their respective teams for next season.
So we're kind of stuck at this dude right here and going, where's he going? Because I didn't think he was going to re-sign with the Mets last year.
It didn't seem like he was going to.
No, it didn't. So that's why I thought it was very odd that all of a sudden this year. So, okay.
Would you like an early Sam prediction for where I think Pete Alonso could go?
Sure.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I got one of them.
Oh, good Lord. The Boston Red Sox.
Sam, I thought we were friends.
Well, look at it this way. Boston has no long-term answer at first base. Tristan Casas was supposed to be that guy. He is coming off major knee injuries. Nathaniel Lowe was on a one-year deal, which they got him after the Nationals released him. He played okay, but they're looking for an impact bat to put in the middle of that lineup of all those young players. And they are in need of a right-handed middle-of-the-order hitter because Alex Bregman opted out of his Red Sox deal. So Pete Alonso makes a lot of sense for the Red Sox.
Interesting. And they've got the money.
Oh, yes, because a bunch of their guys, they've given some of their young players some extensions. Like, Roman Anthony just got an 8-year contract earlier this summer. So they got some money tied up into some young players, but not as much as these MLB free agents get nowadays. But again, I said this on how many shows have I said this on? That is the approach that teams take now. Instead of going out and waiting for these star players to hit free agency, teams are calling them up and giving them 8-year, 9-year extensions in their early 20s. So if they do hit free agency, maybe they've gotten the best out of them. And they're not paying $300 million. They're playing like $150 for 8 years. The Brewers are doing it with Jackson Chourio. That's worked out pretty well so far. So, yeah, Pete Alonso to the Red Sox makes a ton of sense. It made a ton of sense last year, even after they signed Bregman. Now that Bregman is gone, you're not only filling that hole at first base, but you need that middle of the order right-handed bat. And Pete makes a lot of sense in Boston. I hate to say it, but he makes a lot of sense.
Well, you think that they just probably couldn't come into an agreement last year?
I do, but I also think a lot of it had to do with Pete really wanting to stay with New York, even though New York was kind of lowballing him. And then he came out and had he had a really good year this past year. And now the Mets, of course, tried to talk him into, hey, how about you opt into the rest of that contract? He's like, screw you. I was better this year than I was the year we went to the NLCS. I want more. You didn't want to pay me at all anyway. I'm out of here. Now, if you want me, you got to pay the premium.
Right.
And not to mention, Pete Alonso is represented by the most annoying sports agent in the world, known as Scott Boras.
Really?
So that's that as well. Other names that make some sense for Alonso. Unfortunately, we are talking another AL East team. It could be the Yankees. They have been screwing around. I know. I don't think it's as obvious as it is with the Red Sox. But the Yankees
I was going to
really
say you
haven't had.
want to see New York burn, don't you? Because
Well,
that's how that works, right?
Well, hey, it's 1-for-1. They stole Juan Soto. The Yankees steal Pete Alonso. Look, the Yankees had to replace Juan Soto with something. They tried to take the approach of replacing him with multiple bats. They signed Paul Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt's 38 years old. They have been going through, no offense, a bunch of first basemen that are kind of on their last legs. They went with Goldschmidt last year. They had Rizzo the year before. They really haven't had a consistent first baseman since Teixeira, honestly. So, and they need another bat in the middle of that order that can really complement Aaron Judge. I think Cody Bellinger did a fine job last year for them. Now, the only reason I say I don't think Alonso makes the most sense, they do have that kid Rice who he's a catcher slash first baseman, but he's not a good catcher. I've watched him catch. He's not very good. So they may want to keep first base open for him. I personally think that's a good idea. I also think it would be smart for the Yankees to also re-sign Cody Bellinger. I think that left-handed swing of his and that short porch and right field go well together. But I mean, Alonso, if the Yankees are truly in win now, if you think that you're in a better shot of winning with Pete Alonso and not Rice at first base, maybe they go for it. I still think the Red Sox make more sense because the Red Sox do not have an answer at first base. The Yankees at least could put Rice at first base. He's going to play 130 games there. He'll hit 30 homers. He'll drive into some runs. I mean, they still have a young, somewhat promising player for first. It's the Red Sox. They do not. Any other teams I could think of? Like, the Phillies don't make a lot of sense. They have Harper playing first, but if the Phillies do want to try to if the Phillies fail to re-sign a Kyle Schwarber, they're going to lose Nick Castellanos has played his last game as a Philly. That ship has sailed. Not sure what JT Realmuto is going to be looking like in the next couple of weeks here. We'll have more of these answers, of course, when the winter meetings roll around. So not completely sure how that would work. I mean, if you get rid of Schwarber, it does. I mean, here's the thing. If the Phillies re-sign Kyle Schwarber to the reported 5-year deal he's looking for, at some point the Phillies are going to have a 38-year-old DH, a 38-year-old first baseman, and a 37-year-old shortstop. That does not sound like a good idea, since the reason the Phillies were in a rebuild before Bryce Harper the last time was because they kept Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, and Ryan Howard through their age 35-plus seasons. So I mean, if you give Pete a 5-year deal, yeah, it kind of, he is a little younger than Schwarber, so it kind of it does make a little bit of sense. Citizens Bank Park, of course, is very friendly to any hitter, especially right-handed hitters. But I think if the Phillies are to lose Kyle Schwarber, their bigger pivot will be to Kyle Tucker because he is a left-handed hitter that will thrive in Citizens Bank Park. I don't believe Chicago is a great ballpark fit for him, but he did solid last year for the Cubs. I mean, he was banged up towards the end of the year, but I would think if the Phillies would like to maybe take some miles off of Bryce Harper's body, which clearly was shown that he does tend to get banged up here and there.
Yeah.
Pete Alonso to play first base. You could have Harper DH. You could have Turner DH. That's the thing that really boggles me with Kyle Schwarber. I want him back as bad as anybody because, I mean, come on. It is going to be really hard to replace a guy who's been averaging 35 home runs a year for the front line. Kyle Schwarber literally has given the Phillies what they had in Ryan Howard. Just a left-handed guy that if that ball is remotely near the heart of the plate, it's getting sent to the freaking moon. And that's the fear that he installs in a team. The problem, though, is with the Phillies is that lineup is way too boom or bust. It's either we're scoring 12 runs a night and we're scoring them off like 7 homers, or then we're going to what we did in the postseason where we're going 4 or 5 straight 1, 2, 3 innings. We're not hitting with men on base, and we're striking out, chasing the ball because all we're trying to do is hit the ball out of the ballpark. So as the Phillies for Alonso, it makes kind of some sense, but I think if they are to lose Kyle Schwarber, which you heard the reports today that Kyle Schwarber, the first team linked to him, not named the Phillies, has been the Pittsburgh Pirates. I actually would like to see something like that because I would really like these owners to actually act like they have money.
Right.
So I think that would be awesome. I think Schwarber would thrive in Pittsburgh. I'm sure Bruiser would be happy as hell for it. So, I mean, Paul Skeens pitching and Kyle Schwarber hitting nukes into the freaking Allegheny, that freaking place would be selling out every night. Just saw 2 guys. You'd be selling out almost every night. But if the Phillies are to lose Kyle Schwarber, I think they would pivot more to the guy to the left of him there, and that's Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker, not only is he younger, he would fill a everyday outfield spot, which the Phillies have none. The Phillies have no starting outfielders on this team right now. Harrison Bader rejected his mutual option. Now, there are reports that the Phillies and him would like to work out something. I would hope a nice little 2-year deal could be worked out. I thought Harrison Bader was big for the Phillies after getting acquired at the trade deadline. So, Brandon Marsh, at this point, Brandon Marsh is what he is. He is a very good, above average hitter in a platoon. He's a good defensive corner outfielder, doesn't have the closing speed to be a center fielder, in my opinion. And he cannot hit left-handed pitching to save his life. So at best, he's an above-average platoon bat, which is fine. If he's a lefty bat off my bench late in games and then some nights he's starting, that's perfectly fine. But if the Phillies opened up next year with the outfield of Bader in center, Tucker in right, and Justin Crawford in left, which it sounds like they really want to keep an outfield spot open for Justin Crawford. I mean, he had 340 at AAA last year. What else do you need to say? You need to get something up. You need to start getting some younger players up here. And they have been the Phillies have been bringing that up as much as they want to bring back Kyle and a JT. And I understand. I know Ranger Suarez is at the bottom of that little list there, but he just hired Scott Boras as his agent. There's no chance in hell he's coming back. Plus, again, the Phillies, they already have a huge payroll. They are trying to unload Castellanos' last $20 million on his deal because this is the last year of his contract. But he's either being traded or released because Rob Thompson and him, they didn't get along last year. There was a lot of issues. I think we saw it from that moment on that this would be Nick's last year. Then he was platooning Nick most of the year after the All-Star break. So I think the writing is on the wall. And Nick's just not a great player. He's a good player, but not great. Offensively, way too shoddy and inconsistent. Defensively, I mean, it wasn't his fault. He signed here to be the co-DH with Schwarber. The problem was no one expected Bryce Harper to have a UCL injury in his freaking elbow 3 years ago, and now he can't play the outfield. So the Phillies have done nothing this offseason but talk about young talent being brought into this veteran group. You know, you have Trey Turner here for a long time. You have Bryce Harper. Ranger Suarez leaves. Okay, you're still going to have Aaron Nola. You still have Christopher Sanchez, who was second in Cy Young voting this year. Zach Wheeler should be healthy and ready by, at worst, beginning of May from his theatric out syndrome that he had surgery on. He should be back by May at the latest. Dombrowski even said if everything goes well the way it's going, there's a shot opening day is still there as a potential for him to be ready. And you still have them. You'll have Sanchez, Nola, Wheeler, Luzardo, who was so good for them this year. And then, yes, Ranger will be gone. They still have Taijuan Walker if they want to keep him on the books for one more year and $18 million. I think Taijuan. I said the Phillies need to go into next season either with Taijuan Walker or Walker Buehler in the bullpen because they're very good at two things. You need 3-4 innings out of the pen. They can give that to you. But if someone goes down and you need that guy to be a fill-in in the rotation, they're both pretty good at that too. So Walker, I could see them trying to unload that $18 million to get it off the books. But if you run without, if Ranger Suarez is gone, having a guy like Taijuan Walker is not terrible. Plus, again, I think they really want to get a rotation spot open for Andrew Painter. So I think what they envision next year is the rotation is Wheeler, Nola, Painter, Sanchez, Luzardo. And then they have Justin Crawford in the outfield. And I've even heard a chance of Aiden Miller being potentially an option on the infield. I don't know if this year, I mean, he did get to AAA in September, but I think he only played like 7 games. So he's going to start at Lehigh Valley next year. And I think the Phillies, I'm going to warn the fans. I expect something done, whether it's Kyle Schwarber being brought in or Kyle Tucker being brought in or something. I think something big will happen. But don't be surprised if that's it, because instead of going and putting more money on a payroll, look at the Philadelphia Eagles. They have one of the most expensive offenses in the freaking NFL. Expensive, not explosive. Don't get those two things mixed up. The Eagles' offense is as dull. Look, I said it on Sunday. The Eagles' offense is as dull as a white crayon. So take a white crayon, draw on a white piece of paper. That's the Eagles' offense. But why are they still winning games, damn it? The offense does just the minimum. But that young and cheap, inexpensive defense is what's winning them games. Young players. They have a group of young players that are playing well. The Sixers, VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, young players. The Flyers, Matvey Mishkov, Bobby Brink, guys like that. The Phillies have got to start. As awesome it would be to bring back Kyle Schwarber and JT and all this. Okay, great. We have another team that has a bunch of 33-year-old plus players. And two of them are still on 10-year contracts with a lot more years left. They need to start opening up the roster for future free agents that are younger, like a Kyle Tucker, who is still only 28 years old. I still think he's a very productive hitter. I don't think Chicago was a good fit as a ballpark for him. The fences are out farther. It's the Northwest. A lot of the balls don't fly as well when all that wind is out there. Come to Philly, I think you see the guy that was hitting 35 and driving in 110 for the Astros. And you're getting an outfielder that can play the outfield at a quality level, something they haven't had since Schwarber and Castellanos came here, because they're both DH-type players. That's the other problem. They're too damn dependent on power, so they're putting a bunch of guys who aren't good fielders in the damn field. Do you know why the Dodgers are always good? No, yes, I know. They have Shohei Ohtani. They have Freddie Freeman. They have Mookie Betts. They're ruining baseball. Air quote that because it's ridiculous. Do you know why? Can you give me any productive stats from the World Series from those three? No. You know why? They have guys that play defense and put the ball in play when they need to. Kike Hernandez is the most average utility man in baseball. The guy turns into freaking Barry Bonds in October, and it's not even funny. Andy Pa has saved the World Series by tracking a fly ball down in center field, basically running Kike Hernandez over. Miguel Rojas didn't have a hit since the NLDS. He tied the game in the ninth inning in Game 7. That's the thing the Phillies failed to do. The stars don't produce, but the role players also fail to produce. So if the Phillies are smart, I'm opening up the roster spots. Painter gets a spot. Crawford gets a spot. And I keep Aiden Miller in mind. I don't think he's quite ready. I think we're about a year, maybe two. I think more of likely just 1 year away. And the one thing the Phillies will be good for next year, just like this, the Eagles have a great defense. The Phillies have a good pitching staff. You clearly know that pitching is the most important thing in baseball. If you don't have good pitching, you're not winning crap. The Phillies have one of the best rotations in baseball. And now with Johan Duran closing the door in the ninth inning, that's a great building block for a bullpen. You still have Matt Strahm, who's a serviceable lefty. You brought back Jose Alvarado on his team option of $9 million. That's fine. He is a really good left-handed setup option to Duran, depending on matchups. You still have Tanner Banks, I think, for 2 or 3 more years before arbitration. And you still have a Ryan Kerkering. Now, I know Kerkering had the thing in the NLDS. I hope mentally he's over it because I think he's still a really talented pitcher. Is he an eighth inning guy from the right side? Probably not. His runners on base numbers are putrid. He does allow a lot of inherited runs. Is he a good mop-up 6th or 7th inning guy? Sure. The bullpen needs another impact right-handed pitcher. Then if they get that, then the bullpen looks good with the rotation. And then the bats we have to see because there's too many question marks. I know people want to bring back JT, but he's a 35-year-old catcher. I feel like I'm approaching Jake Taylor situations in Major League with him.
I don't think so. I was gonna say Sandy Alomar. Sandy Alomar Jr. played till he was almost 42, 43?
Yes, I understand that. But Real Muto has caught the most innings in baseball since 2019. Now,
congratulations, somebody who actually freaking plays baseball. Thank you.
With that, I'm not set. I understand. Now, with that being said, if the Phillies put a lineup together that can have JT be basically a 7-hole hitter, because the problem with the Phillies right now is they are still relying on. Here's the Phillies' biggest problem. They have no consistent, impactful bats from the right-hand side. Alec Boehm is not that. JT Realmuto is no longer that. Nick Castellanos was paid to be that and wasn't. Another guy that makes sense for the Phillies is Alex Bregman. But again, he's another older player. I don't want to do that. If they could assemble a lineup good enough that JT could be a 6 to 7 hole hitter, I'm just signing him to say, look, you can hit 150 for all I care. Guess what? Control my pitching staff, throw runners out at second and third base. That's all I need him for. And he's probably going to get a 2-year deal. They'll probably balloon the money. Like someone said, oh, well, if he gets 2 for 25 million a year, that's too much for an aging catcher. That son of a bitch is caught the most innings in baseball, and he is the biggest reason why this pitching staff is the way it is. Don't get me wrong. I credit Caleb Cotham, the pitching coach. Christopher Sanchez was second in Cy Young voting this past year because of JT. Jesus Luzardo just won 15 games, a career high 15 games, and struck out over 200 hitters because of JT. Zach Wheeler's been one of the best pitchers in baseball since signing with the Phillies. Big reason for that? JT. Aaron Nola has usually been one of the more consistent pitchers in baseball with JT. Now, this year was a struggle, but he was hurt a lot. And I'm hoping Aaron Nola gets back to what he used to be from the years past because he's still a really good pitcher, even though he doesn't throw that hard. And Andrew Painter, I think he'll be just fine with JT behind the plate. So I'm okay with that because JT's not long-term. It's a 2-year thing. Then you're going to have to start looking for some catchers. The Kyle Schwarber thing, if you re-sign him, I understand it. But again, you're locking the team up into problems because he's too old to he can't, even if he wasn't old, he can't play the outfield. He's bad at it. He doesn't play any infield positions. He is a glorified DH. But do you really want to lock the DH up, that spot in the lineup up for one player when you have a 33-year-old first baseman who's also gone through his injury history and a shortstop? I love Trey Turner, but he's another one. He's had back-to-back years. He's had a hamstring injury where he's missed almost a month. Do you really want to lock the DH spot up completely so those two have to play the field every day? Or would you like to get them in the lineup some days where they don't have to play the field and keep them more fresh? That's why I think I love Kyle Schwarber. Don't get me wrong. But Kyle Tucker kind of makes more sense for the Phillies. I know I've kind of gone off the rails here for a bit, George. I'm sorry, but
but that's okay. Like I said, and I was gonna, we were starting with making the argument for one and moved into the other, but no, I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know if there's other teams that Cleveland definitely needs somebody at first base. They're kicking and screaming, but of course, this ownership, they don't want to pay anybody anything. But right now, there's a big problem in Cleveland. Nobody, and the radio stations here have been kicking and screaming about it, going, nobody's going to the games. Nobody's going to the game. Bring somebody worth watching. Bring somebody worth watching. I mean, hell, I'd like to know what their whatever baseball TV that they had this year turned out to be a train wreck. And see how bad Cleveland's was.
Hold on, you said they don't have a first baseman. They literally just had Kyle Manzardo, who hit 27 home runs this year. And he's 25 years old. So that's probably your first baseman for the foreseeable future.
Oh, no, don't worry. We'll trade him in the offseason. He's too good.
27 homers? Yeah, can't do it.
Yep, nope, can't. Nope, ain't gonna
be. I also did see late in the season that John Kensky Noel was playing a little bit of first base as well. So,
yeah, if they don't bring a name, dude, that park is gonna, for as much as they're like, oh well, we're renovating this, people aren't gonna give a damn because they're not gonna show up. It's just gonna end up that bad. It's like, oh well, hey, we're making playoffs. It's like, yeah, you got lucky this year. You totally got lucky. You hit fifth for 15 in a row, and the Tigers went losing 15 in a row. It's not going to happen twice. Trust me, it's not going to happen again. Speaking of Cleveland, we'll flip this around and cover the elephant in the room, Sam. It's that time, my friend.
Finally.
I am going to play in I'm gonna probably get, me, I'm gonna end up getting that neat little backdrop or whatever done up. But this is gonna be a real talk segment here. And we'll start with the get up fellas first.
Something there just doesn't seem right. No, 100% it doesn't seem right. And look, here's the thing, and is it the kid, or is it how you have treated this guy? Like, I don't know where the fine line is, but there's, I mean, certainly a disconnect. Like when I see like this kid on the bench, this is after the game. Number one, it's not the seventh game of the World Series. You lost a game that nobody cares about. All right. And by the way, Lamar Jackson, a two-time MVP, was looking for you. Like, go back in there, visit with Lamar or whatever, and then go back in with your teammates. Why is there such a disconnect here? Is it the kid's fault? Is it the organization's fault? I have no idea. All right. But I am going to say this. The only energy I saw in the entire stadium was when that kid popped on the field. Right. When Shador walked on the field, you know who was wanting to see him play? Fans. The dang fans. And you know who never cared? His teammates. What the hell is going on in Cleveland? Yeah. What is going on in Cleveland? And so to me, it's like, are you not giving this kid a chance from day one? Why the hell did you trade up for him in the first place? Who's running or is it something team? About the kid that you can't stand? I don't know.
Team, how does the offensive line not have heard his cadence before? Yeah. We don't give him any reps in a walkthrough and a 7-on-7. It's odd.
Well, obviously, he's running the scout team. You're a backup quarterback. Obviously, you would run the scout team, right?
So if he's running the scout team, how is the offensive line not heard his cadence?
I don't know. Like, maybe he's not. Like, hell, maybe he's not. I don't know. That would even be stranger. If this kid's not running the scout team, well, that would blow me away. He's a backup quarterback.
Sitting there just okay. Now. This is the first of two I have. Let's break this down bit by bit, okay? Because first, at the end of this game, I was questioning the same thing. Why the cameras focused in on him? He went over and sat down. And I'm like, well, wait a second. I'm like, dude, usually all the players will turn around and go in and see each other. And they did cut to Lamar. And Lamar is looking around. You can clearly see Lamar looking around, looking for him. Because usually the quarterbacks will turn around and, go and say, hey, nice job, good game, whatever. And, maybe BS a little. And one of his college teammates actually went looking for him, saw him on the bench in another reel. And I apologize, I didn't save it, but went over and tried to talk to him. And he looked like he was just like, whatever, dude. He goes, these guys don't, it was like, these guys don't give a damn. And O's right. You're making excuses. Oh, well, we don't have them do anything, on scout team, it's like we really don't have that set up or anything. Sam, it clearly looked like something was totally wrong. And Stefanski's not doing the play calling. Bull. Give me a break. You're sitting there, you got the college dude up in the booth making the calls. Stefanski still has final say on what's going out the microphone. He can sit there and go, no, let's do this instead. Hey, you know what? Never mind. No, hold on. Let's try this. Stefanski still has the final call. And it clearly, I think, is still showing. I think there's too much arguing going on over the headset. He's sitting there, got his hands over his ears several times. And it's like, okay, he's got that one. But then somebody else is still talking and he's going back again. They were feeding him two different sets of calls the whole damn time. And he's sitting there trying to hurry up, remember what they said, got probably two or three of them confused when he went out there and he's in the huddle. And these guys are like, what the hell, dude? And it's just like, hey, it's not his fault. It's the coaching staff sitting over the headset. And it's like, you know what? it's a good thing this isn't happening in Indy because ownership, she's got a headset, boys, and she's listening. Where are the Colts, Sam?
Top of the conference.
Uh-huh. Top of the damn conference. Because you know what? It's like, hey, there isn't that much BS going on. And there really isn't, because guess what? She's listening. She's learning too, but she's listening. And it's just like, wow. In one aspect, it's like, oh, it's micromanagement. Well, not really. If she's listening, she's wanting to learn. She wants to know on how to better market her product. How well would you do that? By learning of what's going on.
While doing this all probably with her dad on her mind.
Yeah.
Because of
100%. The pressure's literally left on her. And how is she kind of, making sure that she doesn't lose her cookies in the process? And, it's like, hey, I'm letting football people do their football things. But she's also not being a Jerry Jones and getting in the way and muddling things up. And the damn team is rallying around that. I don't know if there might have been a private meeting and she, she turned around and pulled, a reverse major league basically and went, hey, we got this, fellas. Let's go out and do this. And she's, whatever philosophy is going on in Indy, it's working. It's 100% working. It's better than this. That Browns fans are sitting there going, what the hell is going on? And I know Justin's going to have a hell of a take tomorrow on it. But my God, Rex is right. What the hell are you guys doing?
Well, all right, so I have a question. This is just for a Dueling Aces question. Are we still not having Facebook comments show up in the chat?
Is it still not popping things up?
No, because we've got some really good ones over on Facebook. I could read them off real quick if you'd like me to.
Yeah, because I can't. It is not feeding through. I do not know why. I mean, the comments thing is so blank right now, dude. It's not even funny.
Yeah, there are some good comments over on Facebook. Justin actually did say something about it. He said that Rex really put his foot in his mouth in this little segment. And then real quickly, I thought these were funny. So Kevin Gibson's also watching, and
What's up,
he
Kev? That's my boy.
He has a question for you. And this actually is pertaining to me. He has a question for you. He said, George, where did you find this guy? Does he breathe between his words? This is amazing. He's literally one continuous sentence run away, referring to me about my baseball talk. Kev, I think that's a compliment. And if so, thank you. I tend to just talk and then have to go find a paper bag 5 seconds later. I don't know when to breathe when I get onto a good contentious rant, even though it wasn't really a rant. Justin also brought up when I brought up Manzardo for the Guardians that he's not great defensively, so understandable. But yeah, Justin said that Rex put his foot in his mouth during this little segment that he was talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna prop this thing up here so I can see it. I've got my phone muted, but now I can actually see the comments going through. And I apologize. I do not know why our StreamYard is still having difficulties with that. It is very disappointing.
So you got the comments covered?
Yeah, I got it. I can see him here, and I can definitely answer to him.
Yeah,
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. I don't. Well,
Kevin's comment.
Like I said, I know tomorrow Justin will turn around and go. Definitely turn around and have a lot to say about it. I've got one more. Mr. Cam Newton.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. I do not think Kevin Stefanski wants Shedeur Sanders to succeed in Cleveland. The reason being is don't tell me what he said. Don't tell me what he's saying. I'm going off of actions. All right, let's go off actions. The actions is if I'm Shador or if I'm a Shador Sanders fan, I would not want him to take the field because that's going to consistently be the display we're going to see. It doesn't matter if it's Deshaun Watson. It doesn't matter if it's Shador Sanders. It doesn't matter if it's Dylan Gabriel. It doesn't matter if it's Dan Orlovsky. It doesn't matter if it's Cam Newton. You need help in Cleveland when you have a quarterback that's still making $46 million on your roster and he's not healthy. That impacts the talent that's around them. They are not a good team. Right. But this is the thing that really irks me the most is because he doesn't get any reps. Circa 2015, circa when Cam Newton was the MVP, circa when, hey, my backup for majority of my career was probably the biggest blessing of my career to have a veteran in Derek Anderson. Ron Rivera still knew we're one play away, kid, from you not being available. We would have anywhere from 6 to 12 reps in every single practice that allowed Derek to still have an ability to say, hey, if it goes, how it goes. Not granted, some will say, well, Cam, you played the position and you're different. Well, what is that to say about Brock Purdy? Well, what is that to say about any other quarterback that's here? You plan for the what ifs in this league. You don't know if you're going to have your quarterback. What about Joe Burrow? So for him to not have any reps, for him to have this to be his first time that he's taking first team reps where individuals don't even know your snap count or your cadence, that is like, no, bro, what are we doing here? Like you don't control the team's whole overall existence by not allowing individuals to get better. As a head coach, you are responsible for these things. You are responsible for how your team operates and executes. And you also are responsible for each player's development. If you're not developing players, no matter if it's a starter, a free agent, or a second round player, or third round, you're not doing your job. Kevin Stefanski, bro, that's unacceptable. And I'm going to tell you that on national TV. That's a fileable offense for so many other reasons because, like, what are we doing? You're not developing the guys right, and you're putting all your eggs with Dylan Gabriel? Come on, dog. I've said this before, and I'll say it again.
Now, we turn around at the junior high level, at the high school level, the backups are constantly always getting reps.
Yes.
He makes a very valid point. And for Stefanski to open up his big mouth and admit that, there's a problem. There's
Even
a
last
big
year.
problem.
And what he said, the Eagles do the same thing. Jalen's the starter. Last year, Kenny Pickett still got reps in practice, and they even still ran, I think it was 4 to 6 plays of practice for Tanner McKee. Look what happened late in the season at Washington. Jalen got concussed. Kenny Pickett came in. Then Kenny got his ribs hurt. Then Tanner McKee had to come in. Tanner McKee actually played really freaking good in the limited time he played because he had the reps that in practice.
Are you meaning to tell me that you had Bailey Zappi doing reps instead? But because you heard it from the crowd and the crowd wanting Shador, okay, yeah, we'll give the crowd what the hell they want. Dude, what freaking head coach? What? Oh my God. Justin's right. It is Cleveland. It is tanking for the season. Okay, fine. You can tank all you want for that number 1 pick. Who the hell else are you going to get to come and play here? You're already hurting so bad in the wide receiver core right now. It's not even funny. It is
outside
not
of Jerry
even
Jeudy,
funny.
yeah.
It is not funny at all. And I am just mind blown in the aspect of, okay, listen, you can tank all you want, but for the love of God, You don't make it that obvious, and then in your press conference admit, oh yeah, he usually never gets any reps with the ones anyway. Huh?
This,
Say what?
in my opinion,
Hello.
here's
I mean,
and
Sam,
first,
I watched it in rec leagues where the backup, the quote unquote backup kid, everybody gets their reps, dude, in practice.
this is first of all, and when I first started doing Dueling Aces with you and Adam, you guys always made fun of me because I always tried to be, when I talked about the Browns, Mr. The glass is a little bit full, not half full, a little bit full. There are some key components on that team that could have some long-term impact.
Mm-hmm.
I love Harold Fanning Jr. I think that kid's going to be a really good tight end. Quinshon Junkins is a good running back. I know.
Yes.
I think we both agree. Trevion Henderson, little more consistent as a pass catcher, probably the all-around better dual threat. But as a physical runner, Junkins is fucking good. And Jerry
Yes, he
Jeudy
is.
had a really good year in Cleveland last year. He's a good starting point to a wide receiver core. Maybe
Yes.
not the one, but definitely a good two. Here's the problem. The problem is that this is still the NFL, not just the NFL is making somebody had an issue with Shador Sanders at Colorado and how he handled the pre-draft with the arrogance and the cockiness and Dion being outspoken. It seems to me that the NFL is trying to make an example out of him.
But
And again, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
By protocol.
The Cleveland, yes, because some of these teams are like that. But also, here's the thing: with the Cleveland Browns, you have the worst dead cap number of a quarterback contract on your team. What if you actually put the time and effort in? Again, what did I just say? Good, solid running back. Don't forget Dylan Sampson is also on that team. He's also a talented runner. Harold Fanning Jr. and David Njoku together could be a solid two tight end pair. And Njoku's been what he is, but if you put him as a two next to Fanning, that's decent.
Right.
If you actually took not to mention, you have what is the best. Don't tell me he's not. The best defensive player in the fucking league right now.
Yep. I mean, hell, almost
wait, hold on. Kevin's about to get more entertainment from me. A top 10 defensive unit in general.
Yeah.
And this is what you approach the court. What if Shador Sanders actually is freaking talented and he can play? Then you will have time to get off of the Watson contract because you'll have a quarterback on a rookie deal who may be able to play.
Oh, exactly.
Listen, goddammit, I'm not even a Browns fan. Even in college, we knew that Gabriel wasn't a better quarterback than Shador Sanders. And Tyler and I weren't big Shador guys either. I'm still not. But you can't tell me that Gabriel's that much better. Like, come the hell on, man. No reps? What the hell? Bailey Zappe's not even technically active on game days. He's the emergency third string, and he gets reps?
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't make
what the hell's going on here?
It doesn't make any sense. and Mike, sorry, Mike, but we'll get there. We'll get to that. This is the biggest cluster bomb you could publicly put out there. And I mean, Dion, even Dion's got to be sitting there just shaking his head going, Jesus Christ. Fine, whatever, pre-draft, draft, whatever you wanted to do. But I mean, right now, for all of his talking, and it's like, oh, well, this kid still doesn't have it right. He still doesn't turn around and he doesn't know how to talk to the media. It's like, wait a second. If they're saying that he's the big PR nightmare, it's like, hello, that's why you have people to work with him on stuff like that. You have a whole damn office full of people. You mean to tell me you can't sit down and it's like, hey, listen, this is kind of the usual rigmarole you're going to get from reporters, this is pretty much how they're going to ask. And we'll get to it. Don't worry.
I wanted to send it to you, so you had it.
I mean, it's unexcusable that we're sitting here in week 11 and the guy's not getting, and he hasn't seen live action since preseason. You haven't done any reps whatsoever is totally ridiculous.
Also, did Mike just say that Will Howard's the backup in Pittsburgh? Did he say that?
Yeah, Mike, I hate to
No, he's not.
disagree with you.
No, he's not. Mason Rudolph is.
I was going to say it's Rudolph. It's not Howard. But even then, I mean, we saw Howard work out in preseason too. And but yeah, Mason Rudolph's the backup, but Howard ought to get some this week with Ron going down.
Yeah, that wrist injury not looking so good. But again, I can't talk because my starting right tackle's probably out for the year.
Ain't Will in Seattle? What are you talking about, Anthony?
Anthony, what are you talking about?
We're talking about Shedeur right now in Cleveland.
Oh, no. He's asking, was Will Howard in Seattle? No, he's in Pittsburgh.
Oh, no. Will Howard's in Pittsburgh.
Jalen Milroe is in Seattle.
He's in Seattle, yeah.
And I think that's going to be.
But anyway, so right now, it's a complete cluster bomb. You have an organization that's in total disarray. You got rid of Mr. Moneyball, which leaves Mr. Barry and Stefanski. They're like, don't worry, we're tanking, going back to Justin's thing of, hey, we're tanking, no kidding. But guess what? In the meantime, you still need to develop the players. You have to develop people. Trust me, I know. You got to develop them. If you're not, and they go up, then, into the next year, what are you going to have? You're going to have same old stuff, different day. If you don't help develop any player, it's just, a waste of time. And he's going to get sent off someplace else. And I hate to use this example because this one burns Atlanta fans. One Mr. Brett Favre didn't want to develop him, shipped him off to Green Bay. Oh, okay. You don't think the Falcons are still hot about that one?
Hold on. I'm having an issue here with Mike. Mike's saying that Rudolph is the starter. Mike, he's been the fucking starter for 2 days, and they haven't even practiced yet this week.
Relax.
I'm talking about totality of a season. We're talking about the totality of a season to where Shedeur Sanders has been the backup now for over a month.
Yeah.
Not 2 days when the Steelers haven't even practiced yet.
Exactly. The guy's been the backup for a month. In one of the other reels that I did not save, they still are questioning. You sent Joe Flacco. You anointed him as your starter, but clearly by trading him, you were 100% showing that you were tanking. Arch Manning won't be coming out this year. He's got. He knows he needs more time. Anthony,
Arch Manning. No offense, Arch Manning doesn't come across to me as someone who's going to be an arrogant jackass with his father saying, "Oh, well, my son's not going to go here or there or anywhere."
Yeah, I was going to say.
Look, I'm sorry.
We need to make sure, Sam. We need to make sure Grandpa's locked up. Grandpa's not allowed at the draft. Okay, folks. Grandpa is not allowed anywhere near the draft.
Well, like I said, I'm not trying to be, but Deion Sanders, I'm telling you, a part of this still has to be that the NFL is trying to, because I know the Browns drafted him, but nobody liked the way that Shedeur and Deion acted during the draft, especially Deion with what he said. Deion is not innocent in this. He's the big reason why all this crap happened, why he was drafted so late. why all this stuff has happened. I'm not saying that now, but still, the fact that, again, there's still a chance. I don't know how much the chance is that Shador Sanders actually may be a good NFL quarterback. But if you're not going to give him the damn reps, we're never going to know.
Yeah, and it's pathetic because then what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and go, oh, well, after 2 years, we'll just dump him, trade him off to somebody else. And then guess what? That somebody else is actually probably going to freaking develop him.
Yeah,
And
they'll
guess what
give
happens
him
when
to
they
like
get developed. You get Brett Favre. That's why the Falcons, when they turned around and they got Matt Ryan, they didn't screw it up.
and the
And they
other reason
had
why
a franchise quarterback.
the other reason why I bring up the NFL making an example, because there was a report that came out even after the season started that Shador was called by the Philadelphia Eagles, but his response to them was, I'm not going anywhere to be a backup. Same thing. Baltimore also called him, and he said the same thing. So whoever drafted said, oh, you're not a backup? Good. Well, watch this, motherfucker. You're not even a third string. Watch this. I'm not saying that's all of it, but for the fact that after you've traded Joe Flacco away, which you clearly had, and now Joe Flacco's in Cincinnati thriving, which is also not a good look for Stefanski, but
No, that's
yes,
Barry.
granted, yes,
That's all on Barry.
granted, yes, and now granted, the Browns don't have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. I think that's easily understandable, but either way, the fact that Joe Flacco looks the way he does now, and he looked like basically Shador Sanders in Cleveland, is not a good look. So, but I don't care if teams have an issue with how they acted during the draft, how his attitude is, whatever. To have a backup quarterback who hasn't gotten a single practice rep, that is coaching malpractice at its finest.
Yeah, like you said, it's literally a fireable offense. I mean, come on. A month and he hasn't gotten any reps. Come
I'm starting to
on,
believe.
man.
Well, in honor of Bruiser showing up, I'm in agreement with him. They're never going to fire the son of a bitch, so what's it matter?
They're
Well,
not
no,
firing
I
him
was going to
for-
say, because as long as they keep
I'm agreeing
sucking,
with
they're
you.
going to sit there and suck for 2 more years. You ain't going to get anybody to buy a seat in that new house. So you better get your shit together now. You better get your
2029.
shit together after this year.
Listen, 2029 is the opening of that stadium. 2028 is when they will clean house. It will not matter until 2028. Stefanski is a lame duck coach for the next 3. They're not going to fire him. It would have to be beyond Romeo Crennel 0-14, 0-16 bad for them to fire.
For the shit we just saw on Sunday and heard Stefanski talk about after the game, he's getting whacked at the end of this season.
He's not.
He is.
He's not.
He will.
Not
I'll back it up. He is.
He's not, George. He's not.
He will.
George, you're not listening. He's not going to. There's nobody that's going to take that job.
Oh, John Gruden already said he wants the job. John Gruden's already come out and said he'll take the job. He said he'll take the job right now.
Great. You have nothing. You have no assets. You have hundreds of millions of dollars wrapped up in a quarterback that nobody wants here. You have several QBs on the roster who aren't fit to be bagmen at Walmart.
Dude, that is offensive to the bagmen. Shame on you. Shame.
Shit. Look, you got Cam Newton on ESPN who looks like the Temu version of Andre 3000 from Outkast trying to break down QB play.
Yeah, because he was in the NFL and he was not just talking about QB play. He wasn't talking about QB play. He's talking about how the quarterbacks have been treated, and he's not wrong.
I didn't say he was wrong, but they're far better.
I mean, Justin said that Rex Ryan's analysis, he really put his foot in his mouth. No, he's speaking the truth. He's speaking the freaking truth. Cleveland is nothing but a major crap, pile of crap. It doesn't matter what you do. And it's worse than the sinking of the Titanic.
It's
And it's
not
pathetic.
it's not that bad. The problem is that you had inept leadership who has listened to a fan base who wants it now. They don't want to build. That's the problem.
They've been trying to build.
No,
They screwed up.
Stop.
They screwed up with Watson, and they had Baker Mayfield, and they screwed that up.
Let me talk. Okay, let me talk now. No, the Browns haven't tried to build. You went after big name after big name after big name. When Baker Mayfield was growing and learning, the fan base got disenfranchised and wanted him gone. So what'd you do?
No, they didn't.
Yes, they
did not. No, they did not.
Yes,
they did not. Bullshit. That's why there's a whole bunch of Baker fans still here. Bullshit. What happened was Baker got injured. He was forced to play. He was forced to play injured instead of taking that time off because they know, oh, if I'm injured, I got to go off. The backup quarterback is the guy, and it's always about that next backup quarterback. No, if he would have went off, he would have got himself healthy and then came back the next year. He would have been fine. But no, somebody wanted to pull the trigger. Oh, Watson's available. Oh, he's awesome. It's superstar. We can turn around and trade Baker because he's been real good. We go to the next big superstar. That's what we want.
My point.
But there was already a built team. They were already building. That was just going to be an added bonus. Cherry on top.
An ownership group and a fan base who wanted wins now instead of Super Bowls in the future. They wanted wins now instead of Super Bowls in the future. So they forced him to play hurt. They forced him to play when he wasn't ready to play. And then when the fan base and the coaching staff and the ownership got
quit saying the fan base. You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
First of all,
yes, you are. You are 100% wrong.
First of all, 2 out of those 3 things have say in a situation of an injured player playing. Fans don't have any say over that. Second of all, I know, trust me, there is not much more document than the history of the Cleveland Browns and their fucking fans. We know this. Let me ask a question. They won a playoff game under Baker Mayfield. Is that not their only playoff win in, decades?
They won a few under Baker Mayfield. And yes, the last one goes back to the early 2000s. When they beat the Steelers. They played the Steelers in a wild card game and beat them.
You're telling me that the fan base wanted to get rid of the guy that won them a playoff game for the first time in 18 years. That to me still screamed.
Yes. No, they did not.
Yes,
it was ownership.
Oh, bullshit. No, it was
ownership. Them thinking they were a quarterback away from something special. They had Nick Chubb running like a son of a bitch. They have Myles Garrett in that defense, and they thought that Watson was that big of an upgrade over Baker Mayfield. The ownership thought that. First of all, by the way, Deshaun Watson has never been a fucking all-pro quarterback. He's had 2 very good years in Houston. I don't know where the hell they got that from, but that was what it was. Ownership was impatient. That was the problem in my eyes.
Okay.
Yes,
again,
because I didn't want the Watson deal. When they said Cleveland was out and Atlanta was in, I was happy about it. I'm like, let the Atlanta Falcons have him. I don't want him. We had Baker. Baker was
the Falcons
fine.
are called Dirty Birds. That would have been great.
You do not represent the entire fan base, but if you listen to 92.3 The Fan, if you listen to 850 or any other,
give me a break. I'm not listening to Goldhammer run his fucking mouth. He doesn't know shit from Shangri-La anyway.
I'm just shut up and listen.
I listen to the fan base. I listen to the fan. You're wrong. You are wrong.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Listen to the fans during that time period. Every call on Monday was, why can't Baker hit the slant over the middle? Why is Baker missing the open guy? Why is Baker doing this?
Because he was injured.
What?
Because he was injured. He was playing injured. And they
Every
clearly
phone
stated
call
it.
was about how
They know
bad
that
Baker was.
because you also have ignorant, dumbass fans, just like the Texas Longhorns.
What does that
Oh.
have to do with it?
What does that have to? Whoa, it's a little. Wow.
What does that have to do with it?
They're also the ones that's, let's get Arch in. Let's get Arch in. Let's hurry up and get Arch in. Well, you got Arch in. Well, now everybody's bitching. Looks like the same movie to me.
It's not, though. It's okay. You can
Really?
get-
Really? It doesn't? It doesn't.
I
It
didn't.
right,
doesn't.
hold on.
It sure as shit looks
No,
like
no, no,
the
no,
same movie.
No, Bruiser, I can defend that. You are not one of them from last year. I will defend you for that. You never said if you just throw him out there, it'll make you better in the moment because of how young he was. I will defend you. There were plenty, though, that did say to do it, but it wasn't
I'm
you.
not
I will
saying they're
defend you.
not.
No, I know Bruiser. I know Bruiser didn't say it, but
Those are
the-
just real as it is when it comes to the Texas Longhorns.
yes,
Also-
and I
and I
applaud him
think-
100% on that.
Also, I did not say it was the entire Browns fan base. I said it was the loudest portion.
That's the people who they let on the air, of course,
Doesn't matter.
because that's what they want.
Again, it does not matter when you have an ownership group who continually listens to the loudest portion of the fan base because they want instant gratification. It's not about building here. It never has been. It hasn't been since 99. You were a season away from a Super Bowl in 1994 when Art Modell announced that the Browns were leaving. And when they left in 95 and went to Baltimore and they built up that team with Ozzie Newsome, it wasn't but 4 years later they were contending for Super Bowls and won one with an amazing defense that Belichick helped build back in the mid-90s and an average quarterback in Trent Dilfer. And you have been chasing that ghost ever since. And you had an opportunity with Baker Mayfield to build something, and the fan base and the coaching staff and the ownership group all got impatient and wanted the next big thing and ended up trading away this team's future for a sex-addled rapist quarterback from Houston. Who is
I'll just laugh what
injury
you said.
prone and can't find his two left feet if God hit him in the face with them. So again, I wasn't defending getting rid of Baker Mayfield. I was actually trying to support you, but you kept cutting me off. Baker Mayfield leaving was one of the biggest things that set this team back. Now you've got Shedeur Sanders and a quarterback room full of JUCO transfers and newsboys and whatever the fuck else that couldn't piss in a bucket from 3 feet away and hit it. You got rid of a running back who was custom built for the AFC North, and you couldn't figure out what to do with him. You had to get fancy and bring in Tyreek, whatever his name was.
Can I here's something for you real quick, just for shits and giggles. Now Baker's last season in Cleveland was 2021. Here are the skills position players that he had that year. Nick Chubb, of course, who we all know was fucking amazing. Dearness Johnson was the backup running back. The notable wide receivers that played on that team were an aging, because it was the second to last year in the league, Jarvis Landry, Donovan Peoples-Jones, who stinks, Rashad Higgins, and one second, Anthony Schwartz. Oh, and you had 6 games of Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
And look at the linemen, and look at the linemen and the position players that came out in the 2022 draft. If you'd have kept Baker Mayfield and hadn't made that stupid idiotic trade, Look at the wide receivers and the linemen you could have got in the first round.
Mhm.
Yep.
You
And
could have built on a playoff winning team. You could be the Detroit Lions right now.
Odell was milking it. Odell
You
wasn't. Odell was milking money.
You could have been the Lions. You could have built a team with sustainability. But
Laramie
you didn't.
Tunsil would have been a Brown.
You wanted to go for the flash in the pan. And look where it got you. The same place it's always gotten you. We're now staring at a multiple season long rebuild because we have to gut the team. We're going to lose another Hall of Famer without having gotten him to the Super Bowl and Myles Garrett.
Yep.
And I mean, like you said, you just brought up a team like the Lions. If you go look at the top 4 teams, in my opinion, position wise right now in their conference. You have Detroit. I know they're not the second team record wise in the conference, but you look at teams like Detroit last year. Why were they good? Offensive line is great. Defensive line is great. Look at the Eagles still. Offensive line is probably one of the best in football when it's healthy. This year they're fucking banged up, but best O-line over the past 5 years. Eagles clearly right now have one of the best defensive lines in football. Look at the Patriots. Did nothing but add to the offensive line in the offseason. Drafted Campbell, drafted Jarrett Wilson, signed Morgan Moses, brought in Bradbury, the center from the Vikings. They're the top of the conference. The Colts lost 2 Pro Bowlers to the offensive line, replaced them, still have a top 5 O-line. You can't win shit in the NFL. There's 2. Here's how I describe it. Here's how you win in the NFL. Protect your quarterback. With that, you protect your quarterback and beat the shit out of your opponents. Look at last on Sunday night. That was probably the most boring freaking football game I've ever seen in my entire life. But why did the Eagles win? Because they kept Jalen Hurts upright and they beat the shit out of Jared Goff all night. That's how you win in the NFL.
Right. And usually a low-scoring game is a good game.
Concentrate on...
Well, not for the nerds these days.
Well,
concentrate on 12 players. Your 5 linemen, your 4 linemen on your defense, and your 3 linebackers. You make that core.
Excuse me.
And you get a quarterback who is comparable and competent. It's the reason why Trent Dilfer has a ring. He was a decent quarterback.
Yeah,
he wasn't
game
a
manager.
Superstar, but look at what he had.
Yep.
And look, you can even, and I will take it as an insult. Just you could go back to last season. Jalen Hurts last year, through the first 5 weeks of the season, I was about to go freaking. George was on some of those post-game shows I did. I was about to lose my damn mind because it was reverting back to 2023 where we're fumbling the football, we're throwing interceptions in the end zone. I'm sitting there like, dude, if they don't figure a way to stop this turnover shit, it's going to be bad. What did they do into the bye? They came out, Kellen Moore and Nick Sirianni said, if we basically. No offense, not they didn't say this really, but if they basically said, if we straitjacket him, put him in a game manager type situation to where he can do nothing more than just not lose the game, we will be fine. What happened? The Eagles' offensive line was the best in football last year. They had a guy run for 2,000 yards who hasn't completed a full season in 2 years. And then you saw in the Super Bowl what a bad offensive line and a good offensive line looks like. The Eagles had the best in the league. The Chiefs had a go. Now, the Chiefs' problems are their tackles have sucked for a while. They had Joe Tooney over there playing freaking left tackle, and the Eagles' defensive line did not need to send one extra rusher the whole game. Because they dominated.
Right.
But Jalen Hurts last year, it was, I mean, all right, he was okay, but he wasn't great. It's because they didn't need him to do much. They were running for like 180 yards a night, and the defense was absolutely stacked and loaded with talent. And it was filthy all year.
All right. I don't want to turn this into another Eagles jerk-off show.
I'm trying to help you prove your point, all right? David, leave me alone.
But
yeah, and we got the comment down there. Dilfer has the ring because of the defense. We know it's because of the defense. but he also had a running game too. And like you said, it is a great game manager. 100%.
That
Joe
listen,
Montana was a great game manager.
everybody wants to suck Joe Montana off like he was the greatest quarterback of all time, and he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He was a great game manager. That's what he was.
He made key throws at good moments.
At the correct times. Yeah.
And you know who
It
else
was
did that?
all-
Same guy. Guy's got 6 rings.
Brady?
Yep. Brady just happened to play in an era that favored the offense, though. That's why he has the number.
And nobody could touch the quarterback.
Yep.
It's even worse now.
But you look at Stefanski.
Yeah.
This has been my
And
problem
Clutch.
with the.
Yep.
This has been my problem with the Browns for a very long time. Is that for whatever reason the ownership group and the coaching staff and the front office all think that they have to outsmart everybody and just be smarter.
But that's where DePodesta.
Podesta's an idiot.
Thank
I'm
God
so glad he went back to
he
baseball.
went to the Rockies. So glad he's out of here. You can't play Moneyball in football. It does not work.
It's not even the money ball thing. It is
but that's what he applied.
It's what he tried to do, but he stopped doing that. It is the idea that you somehow, I forget what game it was last year that I was watching with the Browns, but it was 3rd and 22 because the Browns had gotten themselves into a penalty situation. The basic idea, hey, why don't we throw one? Let's get a chunk of yards back and make it 4th and manageable and see what we can do. Because they were in the middle of the field. So it made no sense to not go for it on 4th down. What'd they do? They ran it for 3 yards and punted. Because they were trying to outsmart and be cheeky about it. I watched almost the exact same scenario play out Saturday night in that Alabama-Oklahoma game. Where Alabama had a 3rd and 27. Quarterback read the defense right because the defense was in a prevent and had dropped 7. Threw one short, got a chunk of yards. Now, they didn't end up converting on 4th down, but he made the exact right call.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
No.
Part of my problem with the Browns and why I don't care about pro football and why I don't watch is that they think that they have to be smarter than everybody else instead of just applying the knowledge that you already have. Stefanski doesn't need to be calling plays. It's why you have an offensive coordinator. Let the offensive coordinator do it.
Yeah.
You know what my boss doesn't do at work? I'm the 2-cycle mechanic. It's my job to fix the 2-cycle equipment that comes into work. You know what he doesn't do? He doesn't come up to me and go, hey, why'd you put that fuel filter on there? Why'd you run that fuel hose that way? You should have ran it this way. Well, it'll get pinched there. No, it'll look better this way. It'll be a little bit fancier this way. He doesn't micromanage. Stefanski micromanages, and it shot him in the foot. And it's what's going to ultimately cost him his job in a couple of years.
No, I don't disagree. I said that's totally what's been going on the past couple of weeks.
By the way, to move on from pro football, a 3-loss team is going to make the college football playoff. The new rankings are out.
Yeah,
And
we're going to get to that later.
No, we're getting to it now.
No, we're going to get to it later.
Hey, bring him back, damn
We're
it.
going to get to it later. We're not getting to it now. We're waiting for Zolt. We'll get to it later. Don't Don't tempt me with the fingers. I was waiting for you to get. I should have turned around. Oh, that's not the one I was expecting to see in the green room. I knew which one.
No, that was your countdown because only you saw it because the mouse was over the X button.
Look here, damn it! You ain't derailing this shit tonight.
I'm not just
Sorry.
derailing anything.
No, we're Zolt has to be part of that said conversation.
Why does he have to be part of the start of the conversation?
Because he always misses everything.
We can talk about the rankings
And
later.
see, I speaketh and it happens. Ta-da! I had to kill a few seconds. Chill out.
Did we just pull a Joe Hendry? Say his name and he appears?
You got it.
Holy shit.
Yep. You got it. I was killing a few seconds. I knew he was on his way in. Relax.
And just like Joe Hendry and the new contract in new places, this will be my last show on Dueling Aces as I've accepted a contract with Unbiased. Just want to thank you all. I'm making it.
Oh, please. You'll be a much better addition than Dustin.
I'll take shots, man. And wait, hold on. Have you been negotiating with Tyler behind my back? Why was I made aware of this?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Sam.
I'm about to get Seth.
I was going to say,
God damn it.
First, I'm sneaking production ideas to Tyler without Sam knowing. Now Zolt's discussing negotiations with Tyler. Sam, you ever get that weird feeling you might be getting bumped over?
Oh, no. Sam's safe.
For now.
Oh,
Jesus.
How are we doing this evening, gentlemen?
We're
lovely. I predicted the most obvious college football head coaching hire in the history of the world.
Yep. You called it. Called it and nailed it.
I don't mind James Franklin about Tech.
No,
I like it.
It makes sense.
I think I'm going to really try to get to Blacksburg next year to see Inner Sandman.
That would be cool. That would be super cool.
Watching the Metallica concert from Blacksburg where they closed with Inner Sandman was pretty dope. But back to my statement, there is going to be a 3-loss team that makes the college football playoff this year.
Do you guys think that Withrop Shadur can secure the starting spot for next year? Don't know if Stefanski will let that happen.
I think this is the year you take the quarterback that you actually want.
If that quarterback decides to even come out of college,
that ain't the one you want.
No, that, like I said, no. There's going to be a whole bunch of them that are going to be sitting there going, no, I don't want to go. No,
sorry.
No.
I do want to make a point that yes, my background is the savior of the Cleveland Browns. But the reason is I had to do a search for quarterback with worse completion percentage than Jared Goff this week, and this is the only thing that came up.
Oh,
Brissett would not have been on that list.
Oh no.
I thought I was drunk when I was reading that. I said, did I read 47 out of 57?
Yeah,
that's nuts.
And we used to, well, yeah, it's the fucking Cardinals. What do you expect? So for any fan base that yells at their team for abandoning the run, shut the hell up.
By the way, I wanted to be known that this might be the only week that you can say Tulane and playoff team in the same sentence.
Right.
Yeah.
I said it at the beginning of the year And I'm still waiting for somebody to explain to me how it's not true. But the SEC is the toughest conference in football, in college football.
It's more balanced out, definitely. The Big Ten is top heavy. That's about it.
Ohio State or Indiana in the SEC are a 2 or 3 loss team. Both of them.
Yeah, we know that this list, we keep saying it. It's just like we know this is going to change a dozen more times. And
Well, there's not a dozen more weeks left, but
no, but you still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. This thing's going to change.
No, it isn't. You got 3. 3 weeks.
4.
3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Army Navy game is on the 6th.
The
Oddly
playoff
enough,
rankings come out before the Army Navy game.
And oddly enough, I don't think the Army Navy game is going to impact the college
No,
football playoff rankings.
No, I was.
I'm really
just looking at the Saturdays.
The Army Navy game is in the middle of December, but it's not going to matter. It never the playoff ranking show I think is on the 6th or 7th. Because you've got this week. Next week is all the big rivalries.
It'll be December 7th.
Yep. 3 weeks.
Selection shows on the 7th.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
It's almost at the end.
If Texas beats Texas Tech, Texas is back into the playoff.
Yeah, it's weird about that 11 and 12 spots. Still, that's still confusing.
The 12th spot has to go to a non-Power 5 school.
Right.
Yeah. Which I still can't we just make it the 12 best goddamn teams, please?
There's 120. I think you could pare it down to 120 Division 1 teams and then do 12 10-team conferences and take the 12 conference winners.
Yep. I'm okay with that too.
But
and wait, hold on. What Bruiser just said, Notre Dame fans, conference. I know that's not in your vocabulary, but you're going to have to join one at that point, probably.
I'd like to take Notre Dame's accreditation away and make them a Division 1 AA school, but it'll
be fine. I'm perfectly okay with Notre Dame being independent, since Michigan will be.
Along with USC.
Right. No,
I was listening. So I don't normally listen to sports talk radio. I don't. Because I don't care for the idiots that call it.
Yeah.
But I happened to be listening to the college football station on Sirius the other morning on my way to the gym. And there was a couple of Ohio State fans that called in. And there's more than a little rumbling that Ohio State might want to join Michigan and USC.
Well, and that's all well and good. The thing is, they've said that they would welcome private equity, and that's the issue. So if that's the case, why would they vote yes?
I don't know.
I mean, granted, Ohio State certainly wants to follow Michigan in everything they do. I get it, but kind of need to. But I don't know. It at this point, I think it's moot because the Big Ten has said, I think earlier today, that they're tabling the motion for private equity. So the conference wised up and said, we need Michigan and USC more than we need private equity money.
Well, absolutely. Look at all that grant money that goes away if Michigan goes away.
Right.
It's not just the football. Like, look at how much money Michigan basketball pours into.
Yeah.
I've got the video.
The video.
For over 250
The
years,
video.
the United States Navy has ruled the
Is it the
seas,
U.S.'s Constitution?
the source of power and freedom.
It is.
George, how was it back then?
The USS Constitution was the spark that ignited a legacy of dominance that surges across every ocean today.
Okay, that's a dope ass helmet.
Hell yeah.
I may have to invest in a helmet. I may actually have to buy a helmet.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. First of all, the fact that you shot that video on the USS Constitution.
Every sailor who carries their crew. Don't give up the ship.
That's dope.
That's awesome.
Did Army announce their uniforms yet?
For over 250 years.
I do not see anything yet
Yeah,
for
not that I've
armies,
seen.
but that
Did you
that
guys
was
know
that was pretty sweet.
Did you guys know that there's like 1,000-acre forest in the middle of Indiana that is technically a military base? It's a naval base because it grows the wood, it grows the trees that are used to keep the USS Constitution afloat.
Yeah, I see you moved it, Mike. Thanks. Yeah, those that helmet's badass.
The uniforms are slick altogether.
Yeah, that is sweet.
Back to my earlier point. There will be a 3-loss team in the college football playoff. Be it Alabama, be it Texas. One of the teams from the SEC is going to be a 3-loss team and it's going to make the playoff.
I assumed you were referring to Notre Dame.
I can only hope that Notre Dame only makes it to the Bell Helicopter Bowl. Or the Music City Holiday Bowl.
Got it.
They're not good enough for the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Oh, sweet. Army uniforms.
Oh, shit. Oh, look, that's what George used to wear.
Here in these 13 colonies, we work to build a nation that will endure through the ages.
George wasn't rich enough to have a coiffed and powdered wig.
And the other, a force that is selfless and disciplined. We will bravely fight for our freedom from British rule. A force that will protect the American people and our democracy. I will forge the United States Army.
The Continental Congress appointed George Washington to America's Army, a force that united the 13 colonies and won a stunning victory against the seasoned British regulars, inspiring hope across the young nation. For 2.5 centuries, over 40 million Americans have worn
Navy
the
uniforms are way cooler.
Their selfless service has been and remains permanently intertwined with our nation's history. With some making the ultimate sacrifice to protect their fellow Americans, marble stands as a symbol of the strength of American democracy and the U.S. Army as its protector. It honors those who served and never returned, and the sacrifices of all who wear the uniform. Through their service and sacrifice, soldiers demonstrate their commitment to the mission and place the welfare of the nation above their own. As General George Patton once said, the highest obligation and privilege of citizenship is that of bearing arms for one's country. On the 250th anniversary of the United States Army, we honor those who have committed their lives to defend our freedom.
On December 13th, Army football will do what the United States Army has done since 1775. Fight with everything they have until the final whistle.
I mean,
Go
those
Army.
are okay. Navy one's way cooler, and then the Battle of the Bulge uniforms that they had that the Army had last year, also way cooler.
I do want to say, I think if we had seen these videos in reverse, we'd have felt that Army's helmet was a heck of a lot cooler than we do right now, because you're not going to top what Navy threw out there.
No.
Look,
So I
Army's
think
helmet-
seeing this one first, I would have been like, oh, those helmets are actually pretty sweet, and then see Navy is like, oh wow.
The Army helmet's cool. Listen, it's like the Batman Forever line when Batman comes in, and Two-Face and the Riddler are there. His entrance was good. Your entrance was good. His was
This
better.
was better.
You know what you like?
Right.
Showmanship.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
sorry,
going to say
Army
Navy's
have a
had some
250-year-old boat that
Navy's the past couple of years have been pretty damn cool. The space one was really
listen,
damn
Army, the Battle of the Bulge uniform last year, Army won it. And then the year
Yeah.
before with the Big Red 1 uniforms, also pretty dope.
Yeah, they've really upped their game. But yeah, I agree with you. I think the Army one, it's kind of like a little lackluster.
It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool. I just the Navy one looks so cool, looks so much better.
Yeah. Someone has to have the away uniforms of just white.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Navy did, and theirs looked pretty damn cool when they had the space ones. They really
Is
looked
the
sharp.
game in Philly this year or in Maryland?
Sam, we'll defer to you on that one.
I have no idea.
Hang on.
Because I know it goes back and forth between Lincoln Financial and the Raven Stadium.
It is at M&T Bank Stadium.
So it's
So it is
Navy's
Maryland.
home game this year.
Yeah.
Wonder if College Game Day will be there.
Be cool if
Where
they
else
were.
are they gonna be?
Yeah, right. Where else are they gonna be?
Well, the past couple of years they haven't been there, and they
Better
and
get
they
the week off.
and they used to go.
You imagine how freaking McAfee would dress for that?
Oh, geez.
I think somebody from ESPN, or not ESPN, but perhaps with some stripes and some boards on their shoulders, would come up and have a very nice, polite conversation with Mr. McAfee about how decorum is the better part of valor for that particular episode. And there would be a number of individuals, perhaps in some very nice dress blue uniforms, that maybe have an Eagle Globe and anchor on their uniform somewhere, who might also express that same sort of sentiment to a Mr. McAfee.
Mr. McAfee might actually have to be put in check.
I would just like to see maybe a celebrity boxing match one day between McAfee and Dave Portnoy. I think it'd be kind of funny.
I don't think that would last very long.
I've seen drag queens that fight better.
Portnoy's just an ass sometimes.
Zolt, I know your fill in the blank is very noteworthy and very entertaining and always anticipative.
Yes.
It's the only reason I'm here.
And I actually, because, and I have to credit Sam with this, he brought up a topic last night that made me go, interesting.
Did you go for this?
I went, this is very interesting. And we've got the current NFL coaches and how many years they've been around since Mike Tomlin. And yes, that is Mr. Tomlin at the very bottom. And yes, there is a little number which is not exposed, but it is right there. There have been 137 different head coaches since Mike Tomlin has been hired.
5 of them belong to the Browns.
So, of course, the 9 in the beginning here, who are all the brand new coaches this year, to kind of help a little bit. I've put, the number of coaches that they've kind of had since Mr. Tomlin's been hired to kind of utilize as a gauge. And if you notice that number 8 is somebody brand new, so you know that can't be the Cleveland Browns.
No, but the Browns are 2020.
Yes, the Browns are 2020.
So I need some coffee for this.
Could you have picked a worse color? I can't see him.
I'm sorry, but I thought I'd go with how green are they, and then work my way from there.
I feel like I'm looking at a seafoam green color swatch of what I might not want to paint my kitchen in the 70s.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Well, come on.
Can you put some Formica countertop swatches next to it so I can see what doesn't go with that?
2021, and the number of coaches is 4 is the Eagles.
Yep.
Yeah, because it was Andy, then Chip, then Peterson, then Sirianni. Unless you count the 1 week where Pat Shermer was the interim head coach.
Yeah, no. There was even one team that has the little asterisk here where somebody was a interim one that isn't really counting.
Gotcha.
I immediately want to say Detroit is 2022 and 7. Without even thinking about it.
Oh, they're the other 2021.
Are they?
Campbell and Sirianni were there. Zoe, I just read this. Campbell and Sirianni are the only coaches that left from that hiring cycle that haven't been fired yet.
Okay.
Shout out Urban Meyer.
Now that we knocked out those easy ones. So who would you like to start off with out of the rookies?
Actually, I want to go down to in the blue.
Okay.
2013, I believe, is Andy Reid.
That would be correct.
I'm trying to think who the hell's got a longer tenure than Andy Reid.
Was that 2008?
Yeah,
Yep.
16 years. Who's been with their team for 16 years?
No, he left.
Hmm.
16 years? It's got to be somebody in the NFC.
Nope, it's an AFC.
It's not the Broncos.
No.
Nope.
Ravens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Harbaugh. Damn it.
Boy, I thought that one was going to be an easy one. Yeah, only 1 year, just 1 year difference between him and Tomlin. Even I was like, wow. I was like, that's amazing.
Both are living off one damn Super Bowl. But hey, can't say nothing about that with most teams. Is what one of the 2025s with 3 head coaches? That's got to be Schottenheimer in Dallas.
Yes.
One of them's the Bears too.
I was trying to think if the Bears are a 7.
No,
No, the Bears are a
the,
3. Jesus,
they were the other one with only 3
we're gonna
since
we're gonna keep
Tomlin.
mediocrity as long as we can.
Is the 7 head coaches the Raiders?
Hang on. That is
You can tell he's a rookie.
no. Nope.
No,
No, it is
the
not.
8? Is it
None
the
of
8?
the 2025 7 head coaches are the Raiders.
Yes, but
We've
it's
had
not
7
the
in the
one
past
with
2
7.
years.
It's not 7 with it's 7 since Tomlin has been a head coach. The Raiders have 8.
2017 number of head coaches 5. Is that McVay?
No, it is not.
Is he one of the ones with 6?
Yes, he is.
Okay. I knew he was hired in 20. I knew he had to have been there in 2017 because the Eagles beat them that year. So I was trying to think of it. 2024 number. I'll give me one of the number 3s. That's the other Harbaugh, right?
No.
One of the 4s. There's no way the Chargers have had more than 4 coaches since then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeepers.
What year did Bruce Arians step down?
After whatever, was it the same 2020? I think it was 2021. After that was Brady's last year, wasn't
Really?
it? Fuck. Okay, wait. I have another. The 2024s with the 3. Is one of those Dave Canales with the Panthers?
Yes, it is.
I was trying to think if Canales was 24 or 23.
You just got to remember back to the first year Baker was there because that's what got him hired.
Yep.
Trying to think back to
The other 24-3, is that the Patriots? Or was Vrabel
No.
this year?
Rabel's this year.
This year. Okay, so it's this year. Is it the 3 asterisk? No.
Yes.
No.
It's just the regular
What?
3.
It's just the regular, 3.
Okay.
It is
Yeah,
just
because
the
it was
regular 3.
Belichick, Mayo, and now Vrabel. What? That's 2023. I'll say 4. Is that Todd Bowles with Tampa?
No.
Am I in the right year?
No.
Fuck. What? 2022? What the fuck is what the hell did Todd Bowles take over this damn team? They've had 7?
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
That
Yeah.
is shocking.
I was like,
Nutty.
whoa.
I'm looking at it right now.
Remember they had the whole thing where Gruden was traded, and then they signed another coach, and yeah, Tampa was a disaster.
What year is this? Since 2008?
2007.
Okay. I'm just curious real quick.
One of the 2025 teams with 7, the Jets.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Jesus Christmas. John Gruden, 2002 to 2008. Raheem Morris, 2009 to 2011. Greg Schiano, 2012 to 2013. Lovie Smith, Dirk Cutter, Bruce Arians, Todd Bowles. Jesus Christmas. I think we forget what a shit show the Bucks were before Tom Brady. Holy shit.
Is one of the other 2025 teams the Giants?
Which one?
I'm gonna go with 5. No, 3. Sorry.
Nope. Not
Giants are
before.
2022 with 4.
Nope.
What?
Hey, remember, these are the new head coaches right here in the 2025s.
I said
Remember?
2022 for the Giants.
Right. The Giants
okay.
just had a new head coach this year.
Oh, Jesus Christmas.
Are they the 5 then?
No, they are the other numbers.
Hang on. They're the 7.
They are the number 7.
There's another number 7 in there. There's 3 7s.
Yes, that leaves the number. If it wasn't 3-5, it would be a 7.
No, George. Under Brian Schottenheimer, there's still another team with 7.
Right. I know. Well, Sam was going through, just going through the numbers.
That's not the Broncos, is it?
No.
Broncos are 2023, aren't they?
Yes.
Is it the Titans? The Titans at 7?
No, Titans are not at 7. The Broncos are 2023. Pick a number, Sam.
4.
How about we guess the year and you just fill it in where it's supposed to go there, buddy?
That'd be too easy.
That's how it goes. We guess the right year, you fill the rest in. That's what Zolt does. That's why Zolt's better at this than you are.
Titans at 5?
Yes.
Okay. I would have assumed more.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is that Vrabel was solid enough not to make it worse. So that only leaves 2 of
the Vikings don't have a new head coach this year, do they?
No.
Were the Vikings last year?
Oh, they've had O'Connell for a couple years now.
Okay.
They were 2023.
Is the other 7 the Panthers?
Panthers are already on there. They're in 2024
already. Right there.
I think yeah. I think we got them.
Is the other 7 the Jaguars?
Damn it! I was gonna say that if you didn't say it. God damn it!
Yeah.
And how the hell that's only 7 and not like 12?
Haven't they been through 7 since 2020?
Remember, in their existence, that's a lot pretty quickly.
They go through head coaches like AEW. They go through coaches like AEW goes through wrestlers.
So that only leaves one 2025 guy
who the hell else
left.
got hired this year?
Sam.
Okay, hold on. I'm not that damn young to remember this shit.
Sam. Come on.
I'm trying to think.
Sam, AEW doesn't have wrestlers. They have marks.
Good point.
this is a lot. By the way, when I was looking at that, I was like, my God, that is literally almost a third of the league, all
Is the
hired
other-
brand new coaches.
Is
That
the
is
last 2025 the Packers?
No,
No.
it's the Jets.
No,
No, yeah, Eric Glenn's there.
Jets
Fuck.
already there.
Never mind. I didn't say it. My bad. Damn.
I mean, when almost a third of the league is hiring all new head coaches, woo, that's heavy.
Cheaper to fire
Is
the coach than the players.
one of the 2019s the Bengals?
Yes.
It's one of the 2017s the Niners.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, 2022 for the Dolphins?
Nice.
Were Seahawks 2024?
Yes.
Okay. I would have guessed the 3, but 4.
Are
That's
the-
close.
Are the
Can I knock
Falcons?
out-
What's that, Bruiser?
Are the Falcons the other 2025?
No.
Falcons are in 2024.
Yes.
And can I knock out? I'm going to knock this out real fast. 2 of the 2023s are the Cardinals and the Colts. Thanks for stealing my coordinators, you fuckers.
Wow. Damn.
Well, actually,
Someone's
wait,
really
let me
feeling
rephrase that. You can have Jonathan Gannon. Fuck him.
Right.
Is the other 2019 the Bills?
No.
He's not 2017, is he?
Who?
McDermott?
Wow, look. Then he's 2022.
I was immediately.
he is.
Okay. There he is, 2017.
2017, yes.
Did I not fucking say it? I thought I said that.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So Texans got to be on here somewhere in the green.
They're 2023.
They are the last
All right.
2023.
Well, they're due to replace him.
Nah, man, D'Amico deserves better than that.
He does. I'm not saying he doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm referring to the Texans
you know,
organization.
and the funny thing is I always say you got to give a head coach at least 4 years to get his philosophy and implement his system in. And look how many have been, you know, like, wow, that's a lot of teams in 4 years that have replaced their head coaches. Holy crap.
All right.
That is a lot of teams that have replaced their head coaches.
Okay, we're missing.
Oh my God, the last 2025 is the Saints.
Thank you.
Okay. 2024.
Like,
Once
Sam,
again.
come on now.
Hold
Come
on.
Sam.
Once again, fuck you for taking my coordinators.
Right.
Is
The asterisk, by the way,
Yeah.
by the way, was because of the one season that due to Sean Payton being accused of you know,
Bountygate.
a little shenanigans.
2024 is at Washington. Is that Washington?
Yes.
And you Zolts.
Right about switching ownership. I figured that's that was when that was happening.
Yep.
So we're missing 2 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they've both been mentioned too, but definitely in the wrong neighborhoods.
Hang on here. So Vikings
2022 the Packers?
No.
2022 Vikings.
Packers.
Yes.
Okay.
That's your last. That's your last 2.
And then the Packers would be the 19.
Yep.
I didn't know LaFleur's been there that long.
Yep. 137 coaches since Tomlin. That is sick. That it's Sam, when you brought that, when you mentioned it was just something that you had mentioned about how long Sirianni had been there. And I was just like, let's see, the longest tenured coach would be Tomlin. How many coaches have been around since him? Holy shit, Sam. When I added that up, I'm going, wow. That's nuts. I mean, you can clearly see which organizations like stick with their guys, and give them an opportunity. I mean, Harbaugh being one, the Bengals, who else was another 2 or 3 there? The Cards, definitely, and then between the Patriots, the Bears one was interesting. I was like, man, I thought for sure there was more. But there weren't. I was like, okie dokie. So I gave it a whirl. I thought it was an interesting point that Sam brought up, and it was one of those things that just I was like, huh, that was interesting.
It was interesting, George.
It was
That is insane.
interesting.
Let's go to one that is less interesting. I can't imagine why this one popped up in my feed this week.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah, something told me it was going to be about this. It just, something told me it was just totally going to be about it.
Now I'm 100% going to throw this out there. We're not going to complete this list without some massive help because wow. However,
how many of those on the list are Browns?
2.
I was going to say a couple.
how many of these are
number 4 specifically just the other day.
Is one of them Charlie Fry?
It is not.
Brandon
is
Wheaton.
one of them?
I was going to say,
God damn it!
Yeah. I was going to say it should be Whedon. Yep.
Is one of them? Is one of these Kenny Pickett?
No, Kenny Pickett did not make the list.
Damn,
Is one of them Mason Rudolph?
Oh God.
No. Okay.
Is one of them
what I can do?
Hold on. Peyton Manning.
No.
Tom Brady.
No.
Brady had a good debut.
I will say this.
Manning did not. Manning did not. That's why I was surprised. But he only went with 10. So,
as far as hints, I can give you date that it happened, and I can give you team.
Okay.
Can go by team.
Let me take another stab real quick. I have one. Is EJ Manuel on this list?
He is not.
Is Geno Smith?
No.
Sam Darnold.
Oh, fuck you,
No.
George.
I'm just,
No, because I remember the first pass of his career was a pick 6. All right, let me go down to Eagles pain. Kevin Cobb.
Well, you know what? We're going to save ourselves a little bit of time here. No Eagles on the list.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, is Eli Manning on that list?
He is not.
Jesus.
Let's let me
Daniel Jones.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
No.
Let's go with number 5.
Okay.
Give me the team.
Dallas.
Cooper Rush.
No.
Tony Romo.
And DiNucci.
Nope.
Is it within this century?
2001. In fact,
I'm out.
September 9th, 2001.
I'm out. I was 5.
Hang on. Oh shit!
Oh God, who was
Who
that?
was after Aikman?
Wasn't Bledsoe, because Bledsoe was already in the league.
Right. So it's whoever was in between Aikman and Romo, because I just said Romo.
Okay, let me throw one little hint. First initial Q.
Was
What?
it Ismail?
No,
No,
not a guy wanting to be a quarterback.
I have no idea.
You?
Something Jackson.
I love the throw out there. Something Jackson. It's one of
Hugh
the guys.
Jackson. Quentin Jackson. I don't know.
Who the
Quentin Martin. Who the hell knows?
should we know this said name?
His first name is Quincy.
Quincy Carter.
Nailed it.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Can I get a
Okay.
date and team for number 10?
Okay, first up, I'll no problem. Let me just throw out here Quincy Carter, 2001. Every other player on this list is before that date, Sam.
Oh God. Sam just said goodnight.
Oh, fuck this.
Brandon
Oh,
Weeden wasn't before
God
2001.
No.
damn.
I mean, everyone that we haven't guessed.
Oh my God.
Those are the
Well-
3, 4, and 5 are the most current.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
good
my
Lord.
God. Well, you better start putting some teams
Here,
in there, buddy.
you know what? Here, okay. Number 1.
Yeah.
October of 1984 for Detroit.
No.
Usual. The guy above you.
Yeah, I understand. It's for Detroit. It's a
Wait a
name
minute.
I don't know this name.
Okay. Whoa. All right. Well, that changes that.
Just fill it in.
Granted, I was young. I was very young and not into sports yet.
84. I don't even know who the hell that is.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa. Who the hell was that? Because that is not who I envision as the Lions
First
QB.
off, a rating of 1.6. Holy
bad.
hell.
Wow.
I thought you got 5 points just for taking a snap correctly.
Apparently not.
Wow.
Number 2 on the list is Miami, 1980.
Oh,
Is
Jesus.
it Marino?
No,
Marino was 84. Okay. So it's after Bob Greasy, which should have been
Was it Leach?
80. This one might even be a little too much even for me.
that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, I have no problem filling these in because
Yeah, go ahead, because I don't think I'm going to
there's
get.
a couple others on here I would expect to at least take a run at. But David Woodley,
Yeah,
necessarily know.
does
That's
not ring a
Warren
bell.
Moon on the list.
Sorry, is who?
Warren Moon.
No, Warren Moon is not on the list.
Thank God.
Okay, number
Missing.
6, Denver, 1984.
Elway?
No. The rookies didn't play right away back then.
Well, it says debut, so that would make sense if he did.
Well, no, he wasn't. That, like I said, the rookies didn't play that early back
Again, it says debut.
then. Right.
He didn't have to be a rookie, is what he's saying.
I know that's not the right team. Is Stojanovic on this list?
He is not.
Okay. Sam just went, who?
I completely am out on.
it was like Sam didn't even flinch. Sam was just like, who the fuck is that guy?
Is Doug
I'm
Flutie
scrolling.
on the list?
I'm scrolling Twitter while you guys do this.
Oh, Doug Flutie? That's a good guess.
It's a good guess, but he's not on the list. I will. Let's see.
Huh.
First name Scott.
I was gonna say
Wow,
Scott
that's real.
Sanders?
That's
What?
uncommon.
Stankovic.
Fitting name.
Anyway,
I'm
moving on.
not going there. Nope. Not
Okay.
gonna do it.
Okay. Year is 1970. However, hang on. No. The year is 1970. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Terry
Terry
Bradshaw?
Bradshaw.
Really?
Debut of 4 for 16, 70 yards, a pick. So see, Shador has a potential. He could be the next Terry Bradshaw. Anyway, moving
Brain
on.
dead by 50?
Wow, there's something you've never seen.
It was well played though.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Number 8. 97. We're in the ballpark. September
one.
7th, 1997. San Francisco.
Jeff Garcia.
No,
It's not Steve Young.
No.
it is not.
Colin Kaepernick?
Nope.
In 97?
97.
97. I'm sorry.
The
No. The frick was before.
Who came after Young? Is it Elvis Gerbach?
I
It
was
is not Elvis.
I was gonna say Elvis.
So one of the Detmers, Ty or Hoy.
Nope.
No.
Neither.
I remember those sons of bitches.
Alex Smith was later.
Yeah, he was
George,
in
you're
this
like-
century.
George, you're like 10 years
I'm
old.
hey, just calm down there, 1-year-old. Relax.
Okay, 101-year-old.
Well, Methuselah is trying to figure out number 8. Let's move on to number
Yes.
9, Zolk.
Okay. All right. Number 9 is 1989 New York Giants.
Is that Phil?
Phil Sims?
Is that Phil Sims?
It is not. No.
No, it's the backup dude. Fuck. He's the one that was part of the what? What's up?
No. Sorry. Hang on. Rewind. Sorry. The Giants is 10. Number 9 is the Chargers.
Oh,
I've got the year right though. 1989 Chargers.
But the Giants is not Phil Sims.
The Giants is not Phil Sims at 10. 10 is 1977.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh,
You just-
wow.
We ain't gonna get 10. Here, let's just we'll just do this. Save ourselves. Pisarcik?
Who the hell
Sure,
is that?
Sure.
yeah.
Oh God. The Chargers. Is that Faust?
Nope.
Didn't he play for the Chargers in the 80s?
I mean, sure.
Huh, that's a good
I'm
guess.
literally guessing off of
That's
my
a good-
limited
that's a
knowledge.
good- That's a good guess, though.
I'm attempting to bring up Pro Football Reference real quick so I can at least give some advice. Okay, do we want to work on San Fran or do we want to work on the Chargers?
I know it's not Alex. The only other dude around that was drunken dude. Is it drunken Miller? Right? Yeah, it was the drunken.
Hang on.
Fitting name for
I gotta get it. There we
fitting
go.
name for QB. Drunken
Jim
Miller.
Drunken Miller played 6
Drunken
games in the league.
Yep. Drunken boy.
Okay, now,
And how ironic you have drunken and Miller, his beer, right in the same name.
Okay, so
the
Giants in '89. He was drafted in '89, so he did play in his first year in the league. Drafted out of Texas Tech. Played 79 games over 9 years, including starting 14 games in his second year in the league, 1990. He played for San Diego, Atlanta, Houston.
Hostetler.
Nope.
No.
Kansas City and New Orleans.
Holy.
He in 9 years in the league, he traveled.
And he was drafted by the Giants?
No, he was drafted by the Chargers. He
Oh,
was
the
drafted
Chargers.
by the Chargers. Yes.
Oh.
The Giants. Forget the Giants. Giants. Nobody cares about the Giants.
Okay. Wow. That's a journeyman quarterback. Huh.
And when you think about it, over 9 years, he only played 79 games. Granted, he only started 47 of them. So he had a lot of.
Was he drafted by San Diego?
Yes.
Yeah, but he would that's still a lot of games. 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still a lot of games you're playing every year. I mean, depending on who the team was, that
I would say he
really
averaged
picked up
around.
on.
I'd say he averaged around 8 to 9 games a year that he played or got in.
89.
8 to 9 games a year. Yep. Debut was in 89. I'm willing to just throw this in here if your brain has sufficiently melted.
I looked it up, and I think I'm right.
He's got 2 first names.
Yep, I'm correct. Billy Joe Tolliver.
Yes. Yes.
He was drafted by the Chargers. I was going to say, wow.
Can you name the other? Hey, he was drafted by the Chargers in '89, but can you name the other starter for the Chargers in 1989, George?
No. I don't think I gave a damn about Billy J.
He
no.
The other starter for the Bears did the Super Bowl, or for the Chargers did the Super Bowl shuffle a few years before that. That bud.
Oh, that's amazing, McMahon and Tolliver. Oh, Garbage. Washed up garbage.
Other than that, I do have a quick one if we wish to do it. Not anything brain.
Sure, Sam's bored out of his mind.
That's fine. Sam will be involved in this one because this is entirely this season.
Oh God.
Okay, he's alert. He's ready to go.
Sure, let's go with that.
I almost clicked that leave studio button. That's not Freudian at all.
Whoops. Is Mac Jones number 4?
Mac Jones is not on this list.
Justin Herbert on this list.
He is not.
Wow. Okay, well, hold on. Is Dak Prescott on this list?
No.
What? Jordan Love?
No.
I just took a shot. Jared Goff.
No.
God. Wait, Josh Allen.
Zolt has a fun list. No.
Geno Smith
Tua.
number 4.
No
Yeah,
Geno.
fucking right. Tua?
No Tua.
No. Tua hasn't sniffed 4 anything.
Josh Allen.
Geno hasn't
No.
sniffed 200.
Mahomes.
Stafford?
No and no.
Oh, Danny Dimes is number 1.
Danny Dimes is not on this list.
Are you high?
The hell?
Justin Fields.
Fields is,
Fuck out of here.
if it was rushing, maybe. No.
Joe
Oh,
Flacco.
We finally have
I was going
cracked
to say,
the list.
that's right, Flacco.
Lamar
Trevor,
Jackson.
Trevor Lawrence.
Whoa. Okay, calm down.
Lamar
Somebody
Jackson.
go first. Lamar Jackson not on the list.
No. Trevor.
Trevor Lawrence not on the list.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers not on the list.
No.
Baker Mayfield.
Nope.
Sam Darnold.
No Sam Darnold.
Jackson Dart.
Dart not on the list.
Caleb.
Sorry?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams not on this list.
Okay. Bryce Young.
Okay, we got somebody else.
That was just last week. That was just on Sunday. Jacoby Brissett. Jesus Christ. What is this?
It was a fun list.
I know Jalen Hurts ain't on this list, so that's why I haven't even said him.
No, Hurts is definitely not on this list.
He's definitely not on this list this year.
Bo Nix.
No.
Brock Purdy.
No.
I just thought it'd be funny if it was one Niner
I was
quarterback
gonna
and be
say,
the other.
I thought Nix would have been on this list for the Giants game alone.
Okay, I just did this in my head real quick. Just these 4 quarterbacks, their teams have a combined record of 14 and 28.
That doesn't help.
God.
I'm not saying it was going to help you.
Is this last one AFC or NFC? Just give me that.
This last one is NFC.
The Saints quarterback.
No, it is not the Saints
Okay.
quarterback.
I figured I'd go with it just
Either
for
of them?
shits and giggles.
No, it's none of them. Not even the tight end.
Hey. He's still out.
The other one's not. It's not. Tyler hasn't thrown for 450 yet this year, has he?
No, he is not.
Okay, I was just.
There was an Arizona quarterback on here. You got him.
Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
Not Jane Daniels.
Jane has been healthy enough to throw for 450.
Well, the NFC East is out.
Bryce, I said Bryce Young.
We've cleared the South.
Yeah, Panthers, Bucks, Saints. Michael Penix.
No.
Okay.
I was going to say, I don't
my
think.
God. Wait. It's not Carson Wentz, is it?
It's not Carson Wentz, thank God.
Because I know they were throwing the ball while
yeah.
It's not JJ then. There ain't no way in hell it's JJ.
No.
So there's the North. We got the North and the South out.
The North is out. South is out. The East is out, so it has to be a West. Matthew
Mariota?
Stafford.
Not Mariota, not Stafford.
No, it's not. Wait, what the fuck?
So who else?
Okay,
'Cause
would
I
you like
said
me
Sam.
to correct a mistake you've made?
Sure.
Okay.
Y'all are thinking of starters.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to think
Well,
of.
I'm
Wait
saying
a second.
you're ruling out divisions because you've
Oh,
named all
but
the
because we
starters.
went through the starters, but I said Mac, but Max, you said no
It
on
ain't
Mac.
Mac.
So
It ain't
who
Purdy.
else is backed up?
It's played.
Who else has played? Nobody. Seattle has not had their backup play. San Francisco has. Arizona has. The Jacoby's on the list.
Yep.
Wait, is it Russell Wilson?
Oh my God, I forgot.
Dan
Russell was
Downing
the
game.
starter. He was the starter.
It was week 2 or 3 of the season. Holy shit.
Ain't that some list?
Whoopsie. Keep forgetting we didn't go through all the starters of the season because Russell Wilson was the starter.
Oh my God, Dallas. You know that just proves God, Dallas's defense sucks.
It also proves
Oh.
that a lot of the starting quarterbacks this year are not gonna get some bonuses.
I mean, well, let's face it. This is purely teams that are playing from behind all the time. I mean, Bryce Young is on there. Carolina has the best record out of any of those 4 teams, and it's not close. So
Yeah, but I don't remember anybody else even sniffing 400 at all.
right.
That's the scary part. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of quarterbacks and not hitting a bonus this year.
Just remember, 2 of those 4 just happened on Sunday.
Yes, this is also true.
Bryce Young and Jacoby Brissett just did that on Sunday. I remember Flacco's.
That's super scary.
I remember all of them now. Holy crap.
So, before we get out of here, pay attention to what happens in the courtroom between NASCAR and 2311 and Front Row Motorsports over the next couple of weeks. Because that antitrust lawsuit hearing the trial is set for December 1st. But the way that plays out could have some pretty huge implications, not only for NASCAR as a whole, but pro sports. Because if 2311 and Front Row win, the next time there's a media rights deal or some other stuff that comes up, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe somebody like the owners in the NFL try to get a bigger piece of the pie or try to really, really settle in and take the league to task.
For what? Everybody already gets in the NFL. It's already an even split share.
It's the antitrust thing is what there's. Just pay attention because it could have implications elsewhere.
Right.
Hopefully for baseball.
Probably that's another one of the major ones.
That would definitely hit baseball right where it hurts. As it should.
Also, pay attention to second week in December, which I believe is winter meetings for MLB.
Yeah, Sam's got it marked on his calendar.
See where Scooble ends up.
No, Sam, would you like to reveal what we were discussing a little earlier about certain players going to Pittsburgh that could be a possibility?
I mean,
Go ahead, say no.
There was reports coming out that the Pirates have actually been in on Kyle Schwarber.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how legit that interest is, but I mean, let's be real. Paul Skeens towing the rubber and Schwarber hitting nukes into the Allegheny. That'll put some asses in the seats.
First of all, once you become a Pittsburgh Pirate, you lose your ability to hit. That's just how it happens.
Well, Kyle Schwarber's not a great hitter at this point as it is, but he hits the fucking ball out of the ballpark still.
Then he will no longer hit the ball. He'll just strike out. Again, when you become a Pirate, the idea of having a lead to play with never happens. Second of all, I don't want Kyle Schwarber on the Pirates because that means I have to take his wife, Joe Buck, too. And Joe Buck can stay far, far away from the Pirates.
Damn. Oh. Wow. Oh. Ouch.
We already have a pretty good announce team. I don't need Joe Buck.
Well, Buck doesn't even call baseball anymore, does he?
No, but during the 2016 World Series, when he did, he couldn't have fit Kyle Schwarber any further down his throat than he did live on air.
All right, say goodnight now, damn it.
Listen, George knows I'm right.
He's not wrong. He is not wrong. Oh, I forgot all about that. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot all about that. You are not wrong, sir.
Kyle Schwarber.
Damn it, say goodnight.
On national television, no less.
Oh, God damn.
That takes care of the 4 minutes. Say goodnight, Grayson.
Good night.
Good night. I said say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night.
So I said, well, flip a coin. And if it comes out heads, have your hair dyed.
And if it comes out tails, say goodnight, Gracie.